Is it really you, Venla? What are you doing up here by yourself? I've been roving all over these woods for 3 hours now without meeting a soul. And now suddenly I see you coming out of the thickest underbrush.
Yes, it's me.
If I didn't know who you were, Venla Bergman, I'd think you were a dryad fallen from the boughs.
No, it's me, Venla Bergman. What are you doing here?
I've been pursuing my thoughts.
I'm looking for Woodruff. Mama wants to make May punch. She was gonna come herself, but Aunt Bauer turned up at the last minute, and she doesn't like climbing, so I'm here by myself.
Do you have your Woodruff yet?
Oh, the basket's full of it. Over there by the beech tree, it's thick as clover. I'm actually looking for a way out now. Do you know what time it is?
Oh, it's just, 3:30. When are they expecting you?
I thought it was much later. I've, dozed off by the creek and dreamed. Time passed so quickly, I thought it would be getting on toward evening.
Well, if they aren't expecting you yet, let's rest here a little while longer. Under that oak tree is my favorite spot. If you lean your head back against the trunk and stare at the sky through the branches, you get hypnotized. And the ground's still warm from the morning sun. There's something I've been wanting to ask you for weeks, Venla.
I have to be home by 5.
Oh, we'll
No.
go together. I'll carry your basket and we'll take the path through the ravine. In 10 minutes, we'll be on the bridge. When you lie here like this, with your forehead in your hands, you have the strangest thoughts.
What did you want to ask me, Melchior?
I've heard, Venla, that you often visit poor people, that you bring them food and clothes and money too. Do you do this out of your own free will, or does your mother send you?
Sometimes my mother sends me. It's poor worker families with scads of children. Often husbands can't find work, so they're cold and hungry. We have lots of old stuff lying around in drawers and closets that doesn't get used anymore. But what made you think of it?
When your mother sends you places like that, do you like to go or not?
I love to go. How can you ask?
But the women are dirty, the children are sick, the rooms are full of trash, the men hate you because you don't work.
That's not true, Melchior. And if it were, I'd go there all the sooner.
What do you mean all the sooner?
I'd go there all the sooner. It would make me even happier to help them.
So it's for your own pleasure that you visit these poor people.
I visit them because they are poor.
But if it didn't make you happy, you wouldn't go.
Can I help if it makes me happy?
And yet for this, you're supposed to go to heaven. Which means that this thing that's been keeping me awake every night now for a month is true. Can a miser help it if visiting the sick, dirty children doesn't make him happy?
Oh, I think it would make you happier than anyone.
And yet for this, he's supposed to die an eternal death. I'm going to write a treatise, and I'm going to send it to Reverend Bleakhead. He's the cause of all this. The trash he feeds us about the joys of self-sacrifice. If he can't give me an answer, I'm going to stop going to Sunday school, and I won't get confirmed.
Why make things miserable for your mother and father? Just get confirmed. It's not going to kill you. If they didn't have those awful white dresses for us and trooper pants for you, one might actually be able to get excited about it.
There's no such thing as sacrifice. There's no such thing as selflessness. I watch the good people enjoying the warmth of their hearts. I watch the bad people trembling and groaning. I watch you, Venla Bergman, shaking your curls and laughing, and it makes me feel as stone sober as an outcast. What were you dreaming about, Venla, when you were lying there by the creek?
Stupid things. Foolish things.
With your eyes open?
I dreamed I was a poor beggar girl. I was sent out in the streets at 5 in the morning to beg from rude and hard-hearted people in storms and bad weather. And when I came home in the shivering cold and I didn't have as much money as my father asked, I'd get beaten. beaten.
I know this sort of thing, Venla. You have those silly children's books to thank for it. Believe me, people as brutal as that don't exist anymore.
But they do! Melchior, you're wrong. Marta Bessel gets beaten every night. You can see the welts on her the next day. Oh, how that girl must suffer. Your face, it gets hot when you hear her tell about it. Some nights I stay up crying into my pillow. I've been thinking for months about a way that I could help her. I'd be happy to take her place for a whole week sometime.
Her father should be reported immediately. They take the child away from him.
I've never been beaten in my whole life. Not one single time. I can't even imagine what it does to you. I tried beating myself just to see how it feels. How dreadful that must be.
I don't think a child is ever improved by it.
Improved by what, Melchior?
By being beaten?
Like with this stick, for example? It's so tough and thin.
You draw blood with that.
Would you hit me with it once?
Who?
Me.
Venla, what's gotten into you?
What's wrong with it?
Just calm down. I'm not going to hit you.
But if I let you...
Never.
I've never been beaten in my whole life.
If you can ask me for a thing like that,
Please! Please!
I'll teach you to ask.
Oh, God. I didn't feel a thing.
Of course not. Through all your skirts.
Hit my legs then.
Venla!
You're just patting me. You're patting me.
Wait, you witch. I'll whip the Satan right out of you!